Way back in 2012, when we set up a planning group, there was a lot of call from the local residents to change the housing tenure. Our main objective was to give more people choice when it comes to housing. We've had quite a good engagement with all the developers. Unfortunately, not Persimmon. They were reluctant to engage with us. And the local authority forced them to adapt their plans simply because it is our neighbourhood development plan is a statutory document. The main issue was that Persimmon were hell-bent on fitting the homes out with gas boilers, which is that goes against our neighbourhood development plan. They reluctantly agreed to put in air source heat pumps instead of gas boilers. They're building 72 open market homes with a percentage of those being affordable. Bristol City Council have got their own building arm called Gorham Homes, and like I say, they're developing these homes to fit with local needs. This is just one of the 5 different sites that they're developing. We've shaped the types and designs of the houses basically. They really have taken our lead. We've had a lot of consultation and a lot of engagement with the local authority about the types of houses they're planning to bring into Lawrence Weston. And they'll have some elements that make passive housing put into them, like ground source heat pumps for example, and other energy efficient things, taking a fabric first approach and that type of thing to ensure that the houses are not only affordable to rent but affordable to live in. We want to see good sized family homes with front and rear gardens, good spatial standards, good energy efficiency, and I think that's what they're building through Gorham Homes. This development is open market by Curo. Yeah. It's 127 homes in total with 30% affordable. They came with their proposals. We told them what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it. Don't get me wrong, we didn't get everything we wanted, but through compromise and negotiation, I think we've improved the site dramatically as to what was first offered. Energy efficiencies, the positioning of the homes, the integration of affordable alongside private, bedroom sizes, the sizes of the garden, downstairs toilets, ground source heat pumps obviously. Something else we insisted on was EV charging points. This is another development for Curo, so the profits being generated from the open market houses at the first one we saw is going to pay for the affordable homes being built here. 1, 2 and 3 bedroom homes, 19 of them in total in that block, and then some standalone 3-bedded houses.
We were successful in being awarded 18 months development money to work with our local residents to kind of work out what we can do individually and collectively to reduce our carbon footprints. And now we've just been told we've been successful in phase 2 money, which will give us 3 years money to deliver the plan. So the key priorities that we are picking out, number 1 is public transport. We have really low car and van ownership, so people are relying on public transport. We've got really poor transport links, unreliable, unaffordable, and we will also be looking at a grow, cook and eat project, which will be for 3 years, which will be working with Avon Wildlife Trust and Incredible Edibles to develop a project within Lawrence Weston around using our green space. We have so much green space. We're going to have an allotment down at the allotment site, people's back gardens, people's windowsills, Ridingly's green spaces, doctor's surgery is going to have some growing space, the churches, the schools, working with the schools as well to get more cooking and growing on the curriculum. The aim of the overall project is people will stop relying on shop-bought, plastic-wrapped perishables where possible. People will be able to grow their own. They will be able to cook more efficiently. So this is about reducing your energy within your kitchen. So batch cooking, slow cooker cooking, making foods that you don't need to buy in shop, like breads and things like that. When you're thinking about growing your own, cooking more efficiently, the key message is this will save you money. And the third project is the Energy Learning Zone, which is projects which will be going underneath the wind turbine, so it'll be a physical building. People will be able to train to become solar panel engineers, car charging point engineers, but there will be vocational training as well.
No, so it's local authority land, so they've got their own wind turbines, and when we whack ours up, we'll pinch some of their wind, so we've got to compensate them by the tune of 22 grand. The brains behind it, Andrew Garrard, he's supposed to be the godfather of wind turbines. He said, Mark, you've got land. No one's going to give you it for nothing. I said, Andrew, it's our land. The local authority was just custodians of it. We've got to pay 25k plus a percentage of the profits with a cap on 40 grand. So the most we'll ever pay him is 40 grand a year. And on 600 grand, that ain't bad, I suppose. So all the profits come straight to us. And if we're not about, it's got to go to another community-based organisation with the same mission statement. This started because when we first started, we said enough's enough, so we didn't want to see any more assets being stripped out of our local area and us getting nothing. This group come along, Bristol Energy Cooperative, and they wanted to build a solar farm on some of our green fields. The planning system was changing, so we knew if we opposed that planning application, they'd miss out on the subsidies. So we knew we were in a good position. So then that triggered about, hang on, there's money in this green energy lark. And then me and Roger were sat in a pub one night and Roger said we ought to build our own wind turbine. And before you know it, it'll be up in March, but it'll be commercially operational in May.
I think our biggest achievement is the wind turbine.
That will more than pay for Ambition Lawrence Weston to become sustainable.
We could go on forever and ever. Well, literally, us won't, but...
Without Big Local, we wouldn't have done all but any of what we've done.